This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me.
My name is Corporal Ochoa and I met Sergeant G prior to the deployment. We worked together doing safe reps and stuff. My favorite memory of her is when we was in port in Greece, and I was coming on the dance floor and I saw her and Sergeant Lewis dancing together, and I was walking across the dance floor and we locked eyes for like a second, and at that split second she walked up to me and we just started dancing with each other. And then another moment was whenever our most recent port in Oman, I got too drunk and I came up to her rack like whispering super loud, and I asked her to do my hair because I couldn't do it, and she was dying laughing. And she got up and she came in the bathroom and helped me do my hair. It wasn't the best bun because we both had been drinking, but it was the thought that count. But that's it.
Hello, my name is Lance Cobra Aguilar. I met G when she checked into the unit. The moment she checked in, right away she wanted to run a PFT so she can start her re-enlistment package. And the whole COVID thing was going on, so it was kind of hard to like schedule one. We ended up getting one, ended up running it with her, and I'm never gonna forget, like, she was the only female knocking out freaking who knows how many pull-ups, freaking knocking out her crunches, and I came down to the 3 mile, and she had finished within like the first maybe 19-20 minutes, making it look easy, not even breaking a sweat. And there I was in the back struggling. And she literally ran all the way back for me, ran beside me, and just kept telling me, like, keep pushing, stay motivated, you're gonna finish. And sure enough, she ran with me and she crossed that finish line with me by her side. And if it wasn't for her, I probably would have gave out within a mile back. Like, that weather that day was just too cold, like, I just could not deal. And my other favorite memory with her, I remember we were on a ship. She had gotten her tab, and we were in the workspace one day, and she was asking me when I was going to belt up. I had just gotten into an injury going on a green belt course, and I was like, with you, never. Like, I would never want a PT with you. She was a PT god. I was scared of getting hurt again, and she promised me, she said, that's not what I do. I want to teach you. I'm not going to haze you, nothing. I want to teach the right way. And yeah, she promised me she was gonna give me my green belt, so I was looking forward to that. She was an amazing human. I'm never gonna forget that.
I'm Corporal Kegels, and I know Sergeant G from working back in the rear, and me being comm, and she was comm maintenance. We were always around each other. My favorite memory of her is when we were running the PFT, and she decided to come back with me and run the rest of it, and just motivate me and help me out through that. Another memory that I have with her is when she first got to Kuwait, and she was like, oh my gosh, like, you have to see me do this. I learned it in like 2 weeks. And here she goes, just doing a handstand walk, just walking throughout the COC. And even at the gym, she was showing me that she can handstand walk. I was recording her. She just like was so excited that she could do that and tried to teach me, and I just couldn't do it. So I'm gonna miss her so much.
Hi, I'm Floriana. How I met Sergeant G was right before we deployed. One of my friends in maintenance knew her and introduced us, so we talked for a little bit. We really didn't get close until we went on the field up on this deployment in Saudi Arabia. And after that, like, her and I clicked. Like, of course, we were on separate ships, so we didn't get to talk that much. And then when we did this last little bit, she was in part of my team, so we got to hang out a lot. My favorite memory is Saudi Arabia. I ran right into her. I almost knocked her over, and her and I sat there and laughed for about a minute. That was pretty good. Wish I could have got more time spent with her. She was an amazing person. I definitely idolized her as a Marine and person in general.
Hi, I'm Corporal Penwarden. The first time I met Sergeant G was when she came to CLB. It was the first day she got there. She came to the shop because she worked with us. She was a radio maintainer. She used to fix the radios that I broke. One of my favorite memories is anytime I would bring a radio, which was quite often, she would look at me after I put it in front of her. She'd smile and she'd be like, "No, not another one. Go away, go away." But another memory is that anytime I had a question, which was a lot, whether it be GCSS wise or leadership wise, I would always go ask her, and no matter how many times I had come to her that day, she would always answer my questions and give me the best advice she could.
Hey, I'm Sergeant England, and the first time I met Sergeant G was checking into CLB 24. She was the only other female, so we stuck together and we pretty much did everything together. My favorite memory with her would be either skipping work to go to Dunkin' Donuts and getting blueberry cake donuts, or going back to the room in Kuwait and talking shit about everyone else and saying we don't know where they'd be without us, and they were amazing sergeants. But she was an amazing person, friend, Marine, and she will be missed.
So I met Sergeant G on ship, and she never failed to help me with any problem, any question I had, and I really looked up to her in that aspect because when I first got to the fleet, I felt like I didn't have that, and for somebody that didn't know me straight off the bat wanted to help me, I thought that was awesome. My favorite memory of her would probably be the most recent one. So we were hot wiring a car because we had to go to and from gates. So I was under the steering wheel, and we actually got in trouble because we just hear somebody walk up, and it ended up being a major, so he told us to get the fuck out of his car, and we were freaking out, and yeah, that's probably the funniest and best memory I have. She was freaking out. She really was. She's not one to get in trouble or anything like that. But yeah, we're gonna miss her. We had great times.
Alright, so the first time I met Nicole L G was at CLR 27, right before she was about to go to CLB 24 with us in COM. And I went to just LTI some equipment, just do inspections on equipment, and she saw me. She's like, "You're with CLB?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was just starting to ask me questions, just freaking firing rounds off of, questions after questions after questions. She was just so excited. Always had the smile from the first time I met her. And really, I don't have a favorite moment. Like, it's not one singular moment. It's just the whole thing, because she was always, always so happy, always so joyous, just to be, around everybody she was around. And, we would always roast workmen about the gym. Like, she loved talking about the gym. And I always talked to her about it, and she was so excited when she did, like, heavy lifts and stuff like that. But, just everything about her, ever since the first time I met her to the last time I spoke with her, and even now, she's just an amazing person. Really happy. Always had a smile. You would never find yourself upset around her, because it's just non-existent when she's around, because she would immediately change her attitude. I mean, sometimes she would piss us off, but that's only because I worked with her. She told me what to do and stuff like that, but it's okay. So, yeah.
This land this land.